Sports Fan Center. My name remains Ekbenwe. Don't forget to subscribe. It's okay. This is a strong Man U fan.
Stadium in Germany. That's massive.
A win for both, automatic qualified.
So that last
also
game,
qualified. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center. My name remains Ekbenwe.
As you don't cash out, you go use two stick. He beat Ancelotti for Madrid now. When in the Chelsea, Ancelotti come beat him back. Almost okay.
The teams with the biggest fan zone in the world, Chelsea versus Manchester United. They're about to start their match. And it has been a lot of talking between the fans, Manchester fans and Chelsea fans. Let's go hear what the fans have to say. This is Premier Sports Fan Center.
It bounce back.
Say go sit, make it sit down here. No, no.
They play.
Hello viewers, you're welcome to Premier Sport Fan Center. Live watch along, and today is the Champions League. Yeah, the semi-final of the Champions League, and it is the Bundesliga giant Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. We will take the day. The two eliminated the Premier League title contender Arsenal and Manchester City in the last round. Bayern Munich and Real Madrid meet for the first leg of the UEFA Champions League today at the Allianz Arena. Who will emerge victorious? Though this is a two-legged affair, but this is the first leg at the Allianz Arena. And the second leg will be playing Real Madrid. But hey, who is going to take the day? I'm not alone in the studio to talk about all the highlight moment and to analyze all the happenings in this encounter. And with me, Shego himself.
Well, good evening, the Gaffer. Good evening, Yamites. Another night of football, and today is the UEFA Champions League, the biggest club football competition in the world. And today we have two of the most successful teams when it comes to playing in Europe. These two teams has amazing 20 UEFA Champions League between them. That's Madrid having 14 and Bayern Munich having 6. So these are teams, cultural teams when it comes to playing the Champions League. They know what it takes to win the Champions League. So you expect them to give us a beautiful game of football between themselves. And it's looking like one of these two teams might actually be winning the Champions League. And here's a chance for Bayern Munich to go ahead, but that will be going to the back of the net. And yeah, that is where the game starts, and this is what you expect from these two teams, attacking. Just give us those beautiful attacking football against themselves. Vinicius against the likes of Serge Gnabry, Sané in this game. And there's also Harry Kane on the pitch. We're still looking for his first club football trophy. So the Champions League is the only front he might just be winning club football at come end of the season. So there's so many things at stake today. in this
Yes.
UEFA Champions League.
Yeah, so many things on stake today, but gradually it will start unveiling himself. All the heroes will be revealed today. But hey, I'm also with him. Yemite himself, Yemite, how do you do? And your expectation.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just here to enjoy the peace football is going to offer today. Two traditional teams in Europe that has won the Champions League, like Shegun said, 20 in between them. So it promises to be an exciting encounter, and I just want to enjoy every part or section of the game. And I just want to see two teams that want to take it, and may who wants it the most win at the end of the day.
Yeah, may who wanted the most win at the end of the day. You know, these two sides are familiar foes. You know, they are familiar foes. They've met 26 times, and for 24 of those are in the knockout stage. And if you look at it, Real Madrid is having little edge over Bayern Munich. But if you look at the recent winnings, it is Real Madrid. Consecutively in the last 3 matches played, Munich and Bayern Munich have. Do you see this one coming? Do you see a different result from this encounter today?
Well, this is the Allianz Arena, and this is Bayern Munich. Though Bayern Munich are having the best of season, you know, they didn't win the Bundesliga. But when it comes to the Champions League, you can see how filled the stadium is. So they might be banking on home support, or the home fans being the 13th man on the pitch. And you look at the players that they have, it's always a different ball game when you're playing against Real Madrid. You can also look at Real Madrid's success of late and look at it that the stability in that team has really helped them. This is Carlo Ancelotti, 10th year as Madrid coach, if not even more than 10th year as the coach.
Over two spells.
Yes, over two spells. So he's here at the club. He understands the club, and he knows the philosophy is there. You look at the players, how much they were playing together for so long. They've been together, so they understood each other better. And you're looking at this Bayern Munich team with Thomas Tuchel as the coach. This is his first season. We know the trouble in I think this is his second or first full season.
Yes, first full season
with Bayern Munich, and we know the turmoil, we know the issue they've been having in that club, and this is also going to be his last season with Bayern Munich. So he might want to be going out, on the high side, winning the Champions League. He won it with Chelsea, and he also want to repeat that with Bayern Munich. And don't forget, he also defeated Ancelotti and his Real Madrid boys when he was the manager of Chelsea on his way to the final of the Champions League. So lightning can strike twice. Who says it can't strike again?
Even 3 times he can strike. All right, Yemite. We've seen for the past 12 years, it has been Bayern Munich in the German Bundesliga winning it. But this time around, the Bayern Leverkusen came and took over.
Is it 12 or 11 years?
I think for 12 years now.
Okay.
They've been winning the Bundesliga. And Bayern Leverkusen came and took. Don't you think that for Tuchel to win this, we kind of redeem? A lot of people will forget that Bayern Munich did not win the Bundesliga.
As far as I'm concerned, losing the Bundesliga is a long time coming. It's just that Dortmund failed to pounce for years now. Bayern Munich has not been the Bayern Munich we used to know. They've been quite questionable with the way they've gone about their business lately. So when you look at the quality, they are even dropping in quality. So when you look at all these factors, you see that really you can't just put the blame on Tuchel. And whenever you see that there's a change in management and the new management is not the one that hired the coach, there's tend to be conflict of interest. And when you see it, that's one of the reasons he lost that Chelsea job when the new ownership came in. So when you look at all these factors, it's just a marriage that is bound to divorce. Bayern, with the coach we are hearing in the market, I don't see them contending next season. The best thing they should have just done is keep Thomas Tuchel. And that corner kick into the box, straight to Goretzka to cover up right there, and Goretzka with the ball sends it to the right hand side of the field for Bayern, and Bayern trying to attack, cuts back Sani right there and sets the pass into Harry Kane, shoots! But Lunin was there, says no.
I think there was not much power on that shot from Harry Kane. He should be engaging more power in that before taking that shot. And I think Sane was also in better position to have to shoot from outside. That was the way he was shipping in. I was expecting a shot from him there, but good initiative from him, because that was also what the Real Madrid defenders would have been expecting from him. Him taking the shots there, but it's good initiative. Him trying to work his way into the box. Really good one for them. Really good for Bayern Munich, the way they've grown into this game. They've taken it to Real Madrid in the opening 7 minutes of this encounter, and Real Madrid are still trying to understand the tempo of this game. So it will be better for Bayern Munich to actually put the ball in the back of the net and score 1 or 2 before Real Madrid gets into the flow of things. We saw it against Manchester City in the quarterfinal. That it's not really about Real Madrid playing very well in a game. They might not dominate in a game, but that chance, you look up front and see the men up front for Real Madrid. You're looking at likes of Vinicius, Rodrigo. These are players that once they just get that chance, they put it into the back of the net. So I think
and it's Bayern attacking right there. Sane with the chance, he shoots, but he roofed it over the crossbar.
I think his first touch was so heavy there. That was what let him out there. I think if he had gotten his first touch right there, he would have found himself straight on goal against Lunin instead of going outward against the goalkeeper. These are questionable chances. They should be putting this into the back of the net. They've seen about 3 chances early stages of this game. These are chances gone begging in this encounter, and it's really going to trouble them if they are not putting this in the back of the net.
It will trouble them. We saw what Manchester City did, losing so many chances, and it came back to make sure that they don't qualify for this round of the competition. They were eliminated by Real Madrid, the same team that Bayern are just actually blowing away all these chances that might come back to hurt them right there. So the referee says there's an infringement against Bayern Munich. And who's on the ground? There's a Madrid player on the ground right there. And it's going to be a free kick to Real Madrid at this point in time. Lucas Vasquez. Rest that. But he is one lad that is informed.
Ever reliable for Real Madrid, since the early stages. Little people, not everybody will remember him playing alongside the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo at Real Madrid. He has been ever present at that time. I remember him and Asensio when they were growing up in this Madrid team. And it's really good to still see him, still getting to start in Madrid.
He's one player that, and that's a long game. Harry Kane almost caught Lunin offside right there. And the ball went a little bit over the crossbar. That would have been a mouth-watering highlight for this semi-final.
That would have been a great goal. Look at that. I think he spotted Lunin out of his position there, and he was almost putting that into the back of the net. It's now about time when Real Madrid needs to grow into this game. It has really been Bayern Munich all over Real Madrid in this encounter. Even the game against Arsenal wasn't this bad. Between Bayern Munich and Arsenal. So Real Madrid needs to come into this game. They have to come alive in this encounter. This is the first leg. They need to get at least a point in this game at Allianz Arena before going back to the Santiago Bernabeu, to try and finish all things. But looking at it, I really want Bayern Munich to get to the final of the Champions League, because it's one thing. You don't look at it. You just look at it in this way Madrid is going. 14 Champions League. That is about 7, even more than the second team. 8 more than. No, I think
AC Milan is 6.
7.
AC Milan is 7.
We have 7. It's 9 and 7. Yeah.
Is it 7?
Yes, it's 9 and 7.
Liverpool
is on
6. I know
6,
Barcelona 6.
It's 9 and
Liverpool is 6. Bayern Munich is 6.
9 and 7. So they are 7. They have like double the number of this team next to them. So then winning this is 15th for them, which shows how much they are monopolizing the UEFA Champions League. So I really want though my money is on PSG to win this Champions League, because I really want Mbappe, to actually go out on the high side. This is the only trophy that has eluded him, and this is an opportunity of him winning the UEFA Champions League before leaving PSG. But the way the game is going, we have seen much of Real Madrid defending. I want to think that Carlo Ancelotti, just like the way he does these things, try to understand the opponent better and knows the opponent loopholes, and take advantage of it. Probably that's what he's still doing in the opening 11 minutes. But with the chances that's falling into Bayern Munich way, they need to grow into this game, because it's really going to hurt them if Bayern Munich should get the first or second goal in this encounter.
So Bayern Munich taking the game to Real Madrid, and looks like the team that wants it the most right there. Bayern in the final third right there, trying to find time and space to actually operate through that stiff Real Madrid defense that has a very good informed goalkeeper Lunin right there, who has actually made sure Kepa Arrizabalaga has spent most times of this season on the bench right there. So it's Bayern Munich with the ball right now. Sent it out straight to that midfielder Goretzka, trying to run through the lines. It turns it straight to to Marzual, and straight to Dia. Dia finds Harry Kane. Harry Kane sent that long cross, but headed out by that Real Madrid player. So it's now Real Madrid trying to lay their stake, trying to bring their imprint on the game right there. But Bayern Munich recovers back, and now that cross comes, low cross into the box, and Sani shoots. But Sani ballooned it over the bar.
Time in this encounter, he needs to get his shape, he needs to get his curve right, and those are the places where you appreciate the likes of Bukayo Saka. Whenever they cut in that box, you appreciate what they do. Look at this, he has about so many rooms there to pick his spots there. He should be doing better. A player of his caliber, we know what he does when he cuts and when he shapes his body in the box. There were so many rooms, there were so many yards for him there to pick his spots. He needs to do better. Questionable opportunities, questionable chances falling to Leroy Sané in this encounter. This is the third chance he's missing. He just up 12 minutes of this encounter. He needs to try and put this in, bury that in the back of the net.
All right, it's 12 minutes into the match. Yeah, going to the 13 minutes, and let's quickly look at the first of all, the formation. We see Real Madrid playing a 4-3-1-2 formation, and Bayern Munich playing a 4-2-3-1 formation. And the lineup for Real Madrid, the goalkeeper remain Lunin. Then the four back liners, defenders. We have Vaquez, Fernandez, Rudiger, and Mendy. Then the three men front of the defense is Valverde, Tchouameni, Cruz. Then one man, Bellingham, then Rodrigo from the right, and Vinicius from the left. That is the lineup of Real Madrid.
Yeah, good lineup. Like we know this season, it has really been Bellingham
and Vinicius.
Who has been the main man for Real Madrid goals this season. So I think it's a good starting 11 for them. Tchouameni is growing into the game. We know how old Luka Modric is right now. So these players actually need that rest, that big rest at the age of 37. You're still playing big in the midfield, you know.
I'm still planning to extend.
These are players you can call up when the game is actually growing wild in the second half. So it's actually a good starting 11 from Real Madrid. That front line can actually alter Bayern Munich when they least expect.
Yeah, and for Bayern Munich, we have Noah as the goalkeeper, Mazraoui, Kim, Dia, Kimmich as the four men behind, and Goretzka, Laima, two men up front of the defense line, Musiala, Mula, Sane behind Harry Kane as the forward man.
Yeah, practically 4-2-3-1. Goretzka and Lema, the two pivot role player playing the defensive midfield role for Bayern Munich, and it has shown that the formation has been good to some extent, because a lot of bodies are in the midfield for Bayern Munich, and if you check the first 15 minutes of this game so far, it has been Bayern that has possessed the ball. Bayern has taken control of the midfield, and at least they can try to make it count before Ancelotti will react to, because when you notice that this is going on, as a good tactician, you have to react from the bench. And going half time without getting a goal with this dominance is not the best for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, it's not the best for Bayern Munich, because you need to they need to show something. You have to send in your live comment to our comment section, and also you can also call in. Our number is in front of our screen there, and please don't forget to like and to subscribe to Premier Sport Fan Center. Also, importantly, remember to send in your prediction. You stand a chance to win 5,000 naira if you get your prediction right in this encounter.
Yeah, mouth watering 5,000 naira, and that's a good pass.
That was the only one to Sané in the 44th second
that's
of the game.
And if he had scored that goal, it would have been Madrid under serious
It was
pressure.
on his weaker body side, so probably that was why he couldn't shape his body towards getting that.
I think the Sané we knew at Man City would convert that. He has really gone deep in form since the time he had that issue with
what's it called?
Sadio Mane. He has not been the Sane, and I think not being the Sane we used to know was the reason why he had that issue with Mane right there. So it's Real Madrid that is back in possession of the ball. Still Bayern near Real Madrid near the 16th minute of that encounter. So
Yeah, goalless in this encounter in the 16 minutes, and gradually Real Madrid begin gradually coming up into the game. They are getting closer to the box of Bayern Munich. We've not seen them in the box of Bayern Munich all along.
sure, Manu Neuer with the ball sends a low pass right there into the middle, but they intercepted by Mendy, the left back for Real Madrid. And one thing they should be careful of, this Real Madrid knows how to take their chances. They can ask Man City. Man City can explain further right there. So it's Real Madrid now in possession of the ball. Toni Kroos returns it back to that central back right there. Finds Rudiger. Rudiger sent it straight to Lucas Vasquez, who returns it back to Tchouaméni. And now Real Madrid trying to dominate play from the 15th minute of that encounter. Now going to the 18th minute right there, still Madrid in possession of the ball. Right there, Rodrigo finds Vinicius straight to Mendy. Mendy right there tries to return it to Rodrigo, but hey, that was good movement from the Bayern player. And Bayern now trying to turn defense into attack. Sane locates Harry Kane right there in the middle, and Harry Kane with the ball right there trying to find his teammate. Set it straight back to the defense, finds his teammate at the back right there, and it's still Bayern Munich trying to build up, trying to turn defense into attack, trying to create time and space to the opponent right there. Running down the left as Mazo. It's 360 was intercepted by the Real Madrid player. Fell down, the referee says play on. Nothing is wrong with you. Jude Bellingham finds Lucas Vasquez, who returns it to Toni Kroos, the ever-experienced German midfielder, who is back for the German national team. I know many of the German hopefuls, many of the German fans will be so happy that Toni Kroos has chosen to cruise with the German ship into the Euros 2024. That promises to be exciting, mind-blowing, and it promises to be action-packed right there for the viewers to see here for viewing pleasure right there. That was a good body movement for Vinicius, trying to turn, trying to play in the 1-2 but lose possession in a dangerous area. Harry Kane will pounce on it, trying to move with the ball. Set that long pass for Sane, but Sane couldn't pace up, and he went straight to the Real Madrid player who finds Lune straight to Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos with the ball. Set it straight for the run of Vinicius Junior right there, and he's still Real Madrid in possession. Kroos sent that long pass to Vasquez. Vasquez trying to attack with the ball right there. Send that pass looking for Bellingham. But hey, it was intercepted. Still Real Madrid with the ball. Jude Bellingham right there finds his teammate Mendy. And Jude Bellingham still with the ball. Sent it straight to Toni Kroos. Toni Kroos finds Lucas Vasquez. And Lucas Vasquez with the ball now wants to do a magic cross the ball into the box. But hey, was deflected off by that Bayern Munich player right there. It's going to be a corner kick to Real Madrid at the 20th minute of that encounter.
All right, there's a message here from Mario Lubudi. He said, Real Madrid all the way. He said, I predict Vinicius Junior and Rodrigo to score against Bayern Munich in this encounter.
Well, those are the likely players to score for Real Madrid if they're going to get a goal. You look at up front, just where I said it when this game was starting, they possess a lot of good players up front. And I think Real Madrid are finally growing into this game, looking at the last attacks that we've seen from them, finding themselves into the box of Bayern Munich right now. I think Bayern Munich has to be very much careful at the back, not to allow loopholes in that defense. By the time you're getting Vinicius into this game, it's really going to be a lot of a big problem, or possess a lot of problem to Real Madrid, to Bayern Munich defenders. And those are the places where those goals missed by Bayern Munich will really, really come to haunt them.
It can really come to haunt them right there. Real Madrid wasted that corner kick chance right there. Vinicius sending that shot way off target, and it's Bayern Munich trying to build up right there, intercepted by Toni Kroos of Real Madrid, finds Valverde, the Uruguayan international, returns it back to Rudiger. Rudiger finds Lucas Vasquez straight to Toni Kroos, and it's Madrid trying to slow down the tempo of the game, trying to see time and space to actually hurt Bayern Munich right there. So it's game on in that encounter. Bayern 0, Real Madrid 0. Semi-final of the 2023-2024 UEFA Champions League. And it seems this Champions League will be one that will be worth the while right there. Maybe the final before final right there. And the referee says no, there was no foul on Vinicius Junior right there. And that pass straight for the run of Leroy Sané. But hey, Leroy Sané has not been in this game. And I think Manu Ginabry should be warming up right there to maybe come in for Leroy Sané, because it seems Leroy Sané going forward, a lot of questions need to be answered by the
a lot
young
of
man.
questions needs to be answered. Yes, but wasteful. I think probably the magnitude of the game is getting to him. Probably that is why he hasn't really grown into this game. The best chances for Bayern Munich has really fallen into his hands in this account, and you expect him to put it into the back of the net. When you look at Bayern Munich's bench and you look at the likes of Sergi Gnabry on the bench, there's Kingsley Coman on the bench, if I'm not mistaken, there's Tell on the bench. Those are players, quality players that can come into this game and give it a different dimension for the Bayern Munich team. Let's just look at it. 23rd minute has really been both teams still sizing each other up. They're still very much conscious of each other. They're still very much, still looking at each other, not going at each other as much as you'd have expected, because they know how much they can hurt each other at the back. So it has really been a tactical first 23 minutes of this encounter.
Yeah, tactical first 23 minutes right there. Bayern has been the side that has created the biggest chances in this game, losing, I think, one B1 situations and some other chances right there. So they need to do better playing at home at the Allianz Arena. That's a pass forward for Vinicius. And out of nothing, Vinicius just made it one. I said it earlier, Madrid knows how to take their chances.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Look at it. Out of nowhere, they got that chance, and you just put that into the back of the net. Vinicius Junior, the likely source to score a goal for Real Madrid, and that is how bad it can get for the Bayern Munich team. Look at that. Look at that
pass.
That was the first splitting pass. Splitted the whole of the Bayern Munich defense with that pass. The pass itself was the goal, not even the ball put into the back of the net by Vinicius Junior. And who else can just drop those type of passes if not the likes of if not the likes
Toni
of Toni
Kroos.
Kroos, the experienced player. I remember watching that young man as early as 2007 in the 17 World Cup. I was so impressed in that competition where he marshaled the Germany national team, the under 17 team, to the third position in that under 17 World Cup, and he never looked back since that time. And you look at the other players on the podium with him when they won the best player in that competition, the likes of Broyan and our very own Macaulay Santos.
Yeah.
And you also saw we had these players today, and today we still have this young man, not younger anymore. We still have this old man talking about Toni Kroos, still marshalling the midfield and still giving good passes. And I think Bayern Munich will really have themselves to blame in this account. And don't forget, he also came through the Bayern Munich youth academy ranks. So he's a player. He's playing at a familiar stadium, and he always wants to give his best whenever he's playing for Real Madrid against this Bayern Munich team. What a way to start this game. They've not really been the best of team in this encounter. They've been the second best to Bayern Munich, but when it matters most, put that ball in the back of the net, and that is what Real Madrid has done in this game.
And Leroy Sané is the suspect, or maybe will I say the enemy within, for Bayern Munich in this encounter. That long ball forward for the run of Jude Bellingham, but that was easily grabbed by Manuel Neuer, the German international goalkeeper, who has been a fine wine aging graciously for the Bayern Munich. There was little to nothing he could do about that goal scoring chance, and Real Madrid 1-0 up at the Allianz Arena. The red stadium now is quiet. If you drop a pin, most likely you will hear the sound right there, because Real Madrid started doing what they know how to do best, coming to your home and even making your fans as silent as possible right there. So is Bayern Munich trying to take the game to Real Madrid, trying to react, and that pass forward for Harry Kane. The referee says, "Oh, stand up." That was not a foul. That would be play on Leroy Sané, not Harry Kane right there. And the 26th minute of this encounter, Madrid has drawn the first blood. Look at it, and I think that's not a foul. That's not a foul. That's not a foul. That's a play on. So Lucas Vasquez finds Valverde, takes a 1-2. Vasquez running down the line, but hey, send that pass straight to that Bayern Munich player right there. So Kimmich right there, the very swift player who can play from the right and also from the center of the midfield right there, finds that Bayern player up front, trying to find time and space, returns it back to Kimmich. Kimmich with the ball finds that run of his teammate Lemao, who sent it straight to Musiala, who finds him back in the box, sets the pass, but it was deflected to Lunin to actually make that save right there. And we know that in Champions League right now, away goal rule has been chopped off right there. So Madrid is just leading. It's going to be an aggregate calculation at the end of the day. So advantage Real Madrid at this point in time. Rudiger sends a long one forward right there, headed down by Jude Bellingham, looking for that run from Ernesto Valverde, but hey, went straight to the goalkeeper Manuel Neuer, who finds Min Jae, the central back, best defender in Syria, before it made that move to Bayern Munich. And coming to Bayern Munich, it looks most likely, if this result stays this way, that Bayern Munich will be going empty-handed in a season after a long time right there. So it's Lemar trying to attack with the ball right there, finds that Bayern player down the right, Kimmich finds Min Jae straight to Eric Dier right there, and it's Bayern Munich trying to find time and space. Musiala sets that long one forward into the box, and it's still back to Musiala, and it's to Leroy Sané, who has been a culprit in this game. And I don't understand what Leroy Sané is doing in this game. Min Jae chasing down Vinicius Jr. and easily won back by the Bayern defense right there. So this is going to be a throw-in to Bayern Munich. One thing about Jude Bellingham, if he's not supporting the attack, he's defending with the guys.
Yeah, that's one beautiful thing about it. Talking about Harry Kane has 10 goals involvement in this season UEFA Champions League. One more here would make the most by an English player in a single campaign. Do you see him getting a goal today in this encounter?
Yeah, it's possible Harry Kane gets a goal because he's one of the likely goal scorer for Bayern Munich, if not the likeliest of goal scorers for them in this game. Because look at the numbers he has dropped in, and he's one player who is always there on the big front for both club and country. So it might just be the likely player to put one into the back of the net for Bayern Munich, and this might just be the equalizer for them. But unfortunately, they keep on wasting these good clear-cut chances for them in this encounter, just like they've done for the past 30 minutes of this encounter. So I think the best chance for Bayern Munich to actually get a goal in this game might just be Harry Kane, and that is if Harry Kane is staying put in his in his central forward position, because I can count how many times we've seen him drop back into the midfield, to also for the ball and tries to dictate play for Bayern Munich. If they keep this game, at this level 1-0 to the end of the first half, probably coming into the second half, they have to introduce like of Serge Gnabry in this encounter to be able to assist Harry Kane up front, because the service up front hasn't really been perfect for him in this game. Even the younger Musiala has really been kept quiet in this encounter by the Real Madrid defenders or midfielders in this encounter. And it's always a big battle whenever you have challenge or whenever you're playing against Rudiger at the back. He's always a big challenger against any of this striker. He's a bully against any strikers. So I think that is one of the reasons why we've seen Harry Kane been trying to drag himself back into the midfield so that he can also the ball for Bayern Munich. I think they've really let him down in the opening 30 minutes of those games.
Yeah.
And I also talk about Vinicius. He has 4 goals and 4 assists in this Champions League. So far, so good. And we comparing him from what we saw last season and this season. a lot of Real Madrid fans say he has actually dropped. How true is it?
I don't think he has really dropped in form, but you have to look at it that he's not really playing as a winger for Real Madrid these days. He plays inward mostly, or mostly when they play as 4-4-2. You have him and what's it called, Rodrigo, or him and Bellingham playing up front for Real Madrid. So he's not playing in his natural position for Real Madrid mostly this season. I think I'm looking at it from the aspect that probably Real Madrid are thinking of when they're getting Kylian Mbappe, because Kylian Mbappe also prefers playing on that wing where he's the natural position for Vinicius Junior. So probably that's why they're trying to bring Vinicius inward to see if he can also perform in a different position. But he hasn't really done bad in that position also this season.
All right.
So he has not done bad right there. To many fans, Toni Kroos. And Real Madrid are actually cruising in cruise control of the game right there at the Allianz Arena. That long pass for Lucas Vazquez keeps it in play. And informed Lucas Vazquez, there has been nothing but short but a blessing for Real Madrid this season. Rudiger finds Ernesto Valverde. Right there is Real Madrid now trying to dominate in this encounter. Leading 1-0, as calm as possible. Trying to build up from defense into attack, and it's Jude Bellingham who finds that guy in the middle for Real Madrid, and it's Ernesto Tchouameni who finds Lucas Vazquez, and back to Tchouameni. It is Real Madrid trying to lay their stake on the game. Vinicius is currently down, holding his leg, and the referee says play on, warning him right there that he should be careful. And most likely the next one will be that he will be going into the books of the referee for diving right there, which is a serious offense in football right now. Lucas Vazquez trying to attack with the ball, but that cross from Ernesto Valverde was headed out by that Bayern player. So at this point in time, 33 minutes in that encounter, it is Real Madrid leading 1-0 at the Allianz Arena. Toni Kroos setting that bullet of a pass straight to Vinicius Junior to bend it towards the right-hand corner, and Manuel Neuer had no answer to that right there. So that made it authentic that Madrid will be leading 1-0 in this encounter. So Rudiger finds Toni Kroos, and it seems that Bayern Munich are beginning to lose some steam. Their dominance in this game has now begun to be tamed by Real Madrid right there. That long ball forward from Nunin, headed out by that Bayern player, still headed back by Tchouameni, straight to Eric Dier, and is Bayern Munich that is back in possession right now.
All right, wherever you are watching us from, you can be part of this show. You can send in your comment, and you can also predict what you think the scoreline will be in this encounter. And please don't forget to like and to subscribe to Premier Sport Fan Center. And we're having a message here again from Mary Olubudi. Say thanks for reading out my comment in the studio. Nice guys. We predicted and it comes to pass. Yeah, you predicted Vinicius Junior scoring, but the remaining one person. The remaining Rodrigo.
There's nothing like prediction. Whenever you had or.
There's nothing special about that.
It is not put on. He said Rodrigo will score.
If Real Madrid are going to score, we all know that one of their likeliest players to score is Vinicius Junior. So you should stop acting like he's a magician or that.
But
we've seen it this season. Most of Madrid's goals come from those two corporates. And,
all right, he said watching from Ogun State. That is Mary Olubudi. Yeah. So that is it.
So there is a corner kick to Real Madrid right there at the Allianz Arena. Toni Kroos bends it into the box, and it was punched out by Manuel Neuer right there. Toni Kroos sets the pass for the run of his teammate, but well defended by Kimmich, who sent that swift pass to Jamal Musiala, who will attack with the ball right there. Running into the middle now, trying to find time and space, sent it straight to his teammate, who lost possession carelessly right there. And it's Madrid that will pounce on that. But hey, that Bayern player recovered fast and made sure Bayern Munich is back in possession. Harry Kane coming so deep to get the ball. That means there's a lot of things the support cast are not doing for that man right there. The England national team captain said it straight to Leroy Sané, who finds his teammate right there. It's now Bayern trying to find time and space. But what I don't see here is the sense of urgency after they went 1-0 down right there. 36 minutes of that encounter, Real Madrid won, Bayern 0.
Yeah, Real Madrid 1, Bayern 0. That's a good result so far. Away from home, Real Madrid leading 1-0. So, talking about Thomas Tuchel, it's like he's going to leave Bayern Munich at the end of the
It's
season.
not like it's like he's surely going to leave. He's
going
leaving Real
to-
But
Madrid.
what about if you win the Champions League? Is there any
I
possibility?
don't
He's still
think
going to
there's
leave.
nothing stopping him from going. I think they'll be looking to get what's it called, the former Manchester
Man U
United
interim
manager,
coach,
that's
Ralph
Ralph
Rangnick.
Rangnick.
Yeah.
That looks like the likeliest of
Candidate, yeah.
candidate to be the Bayern Munich manager next season.
But there's
when you
still
look at-
Amorim.
When you look at the
okay.
pattern of play of Bayern Munich and the kind of pattern of play, Thomas Tuchel actually plays. We've seen him from when his days at Chelsea, we've seen him at his days at PSG. He doesn't really fit into that philosophy of Bayern Munich. So I don't really think that marriage is really going to last beyond the season.
All right.
So it's Bayern Munich with the ball right there, trying to find space to penetrate the Real Madrid defense. The defense that stood tall right there. The one mistake they made was conceding to this Real Madrid. Riser tried to turn the left, and he was marshaled out. But the referee sees it's going to be a corner kick to Bayern Munich at the 38th minute. Rodrigo conceding that corner kick, and Rodrigo right there trying all he could to stop that Bayern left back right there. Alaba is also on the bench for Real Madrid today. One guy that made while his son was shining for Bayern Munich right there. So Joshua Kimmich takes this corner kick into the box, and oh my God, headed out by that Bayern player
There's
right
an
there.
infringement there.
And I think that's Goretzka right
Yeah.
there. And he couldn't just drive his head down targets right there. So it's going to be a goal kick to Real Madrid at this point in time. You can see the
Look at that
beautiful
pass.
ladies.
Look at that pass. Look at that
Yeah.
pass.
You saw the run.
Yeah, I saw the run of
How
Vinicius.
come the two central back opened so much space like that at the center of the
And
defense,
this is
exposing
not
their
the first time
goalkeeper?
he's saying this kind. He's dropping this kind of passes for Vinicius, and Vinicius making good use of it. That was what we were saying about this Real Madrid when Bayern Munich were missing all their chances. It doesn't matter about Real Madrid growing into or coming into those games. We saw it against
Man City.
Manchester City. They were never in that encounter. But when the goals will come, even against Barcelona in the El Clasico, we saw it in that game also. Real Madrid were not really in that game, but putting the ball into the back of the net is never a problem for those attackers. They're so clinical up front, and I think that is where Bayern Munich will be. They'll really have themselves to blame for those goals or those beautiful chances they missed in this game.
Yeah, we saw Thomas Tuchel waxing lyrical about Manu Ginobili going to score today, but surprisingly, he started him on the bench. Mind games in football right there. And it's Madrid trying to pounce on this mistake. Real Madrid back with the ball. Finds Rodrigo. Rodrigo running at the defense. Tries to be the 1-2 off Bellingham, but was intercepted by Lemar right there. And Bayern, we attack with the ball right there. And the sense of urgency is lacking for this Bayern team.
No, I think it has to be they are not really playing with the counter. They're not taking advantage of playing counter against Real Madrid. And when you look at their wing, the only player who has the capacity of running through the lines has to be Leroy Sané. And Leroy Sané have really proven to be a player who hasn't grown into this game, who has not really been in this game. So I don't really know. They need to get him into this game for them to get their mood in this encounter.
That's a foul on Jamal Musiala, who was rushed back into fitness for this encounter. And look at that tackle by Nacho to his knee right there. Look at his knee. And I just hope that he will be able to
I
continue.
expect him to be okay. There's still,
He's just coming back from
Even his
the-
knee was still strapped there. So I think I'm still having a bit feeling uncomfortable with probably a new injury or something there.
Yeah, so free kick to Bayern. 41st minute of that encounter in a dangerous area. I think this is about 25 or 23 meters right there. It's very, very close to the box. And we've seen Hurricane score this kind of free kick time and time
I think
again.
Goretzka should be leaving him, should be letting Harry Kane take that. This is from a shooting range for Harry Kane,
Hurricane.
and he should be able to take up or put this very close to the goalkeeper, if not putting it into the back of the net. So that's what Lunin will be making out of this. Is the 41st minute of that encounter. We're approaching the 42nd minute, and it's Bayern Munich with a free kick, and we can see the trio of Leroy Sané, Harry Kane, and Goretzka. Kimmich also standing on this. So quality players for Bayern Munich, quality players, they can put that into the back of the net. And let's see what the Bayern Munich will be making out of this. The referee is still lining up of the lines of the defensive line wall for Real Madrid. So let's see if one of the trio will put in this into the back of the net for Bayern Munich.
Yeah, the cameras on David Alaba, the Austrian player, Austrian international right there, playing it straight for Real Madrid, was a legend at Bayern Munich.
It's going to be Harry Kane
and
taking that.
Harry Kane looks like he will be taking this one against Lunin. Who will come out tops at the end of the day? And is Harry Kane standing next to this one and plays this one, and it's
Oh! What a miss!
I for once thought that ball was going into the net.
I was also thinking that was going into the net, but good hit
You
from
can
Harry
see how
Kane
he's
there.
been appreciated.
But that just that sails off wide. The goal
My
goes
God.
just some inch away from that from the back of the net. Good hit from the England
Good
international there.
hit.
He beat Lunin out of that. There was nothing Lunin could have done if that was going to the front of the goal, but it just went wide off target.
Yeah, it went wide off target. First looked like it was heading in and headed out for a goal kick right there. So it's still Real Madrid leading 1-0 in this encounter. Will you say Harry Kane made a mistake going to Bayern at this time in his career? Maybe that move. Oh my God, that looks more like a penalty.
And the referee is giving that. He's giving that as a penalty.
No, as a free kick.
As a free kick.
Yeah,
They were just
I think
lucky.
Eric Dier was smart
They were
enough.
just lucky there. Let's see, is that outside the box? Yeah, outside the box.
Yeah, that was
a
outside
free
the
kick.
box. Yes. If you had let him into the box, it's a dangerous
He knows
man.
how dangerous Jude Bellingham can be. They both play in the same national team for England, so he knows how dangerous he can be if left.
No,
if left
it's
on
actually
goal.
Mazrui,
Okay.
that the left back,
Moses Mazrui.
Mazraoui, the left back right there.
The Morocco international.
Yeah, the Morocco international.
We know one thing about Bellingham. We saw him in the last match against Manchester City. Averaging a 1.2 high intensity pressure per minute on the pitch against Manchester City, and it's a kind of repeating it here against Bayern Munich. That's to say how dangerous he is in the field of play.
And this free kick to Real Madrid right there. Toni Kroos and Rodrigo standing next to this one. Can they make it 2 from the free kick spot? I think this wall should have been 4 men instead of 3. But hey, that's a free kick, went off the wall. Manuel Neuer knew what he was doing before setting that 3-man wall. Went straight to the head of Harry Kane right there. And Harry Kane head that one out for a corner kick to Bayern Munich in this encounter. Not the vintage Bayern Munich, not also the vintage Real Madrid, but hey, Madrid is slugging it out, dragging it slowly, and it looks like they might be the likely champions this season. Kroos with that cross into the box, but hey, went straight to Rodrigo. Rodrigo still in the box, trying to dribble past 2 Bayern Munich players, and that was, what was that? Was that a clearance from Lema, and went straight for the corner kick? I think he won the ball already. Why was he so in a hurry to clear the ball right there? So corner kick to Real Madrid at this point in time. 45th minute gone in this encounter. Anytime from now, the referee will be putting the proceedings to an end for the first half of this encounter. So Corner kick to Real Madrid. Can they make it two and make this game so far away from Bayern Munich as possible? And Cruz plays it short to Valverde, to Cruz, cross into the box and headed out. Rudiger will react, and the referee says he has had enough in this first half. Half time, Real Madrid won Bayern 0.
Yeah, that is a good result. So
That's a good
so that's a
scoreline.
good scoreline. Yeah, so your take on the first half, Irish, yeah.
Well, great game of football. You know, when you see two great teams playing, you don't even know when time runs. And when do we start this game? When we're up at the 45th minute already. A game dominated, early stages dominated by Bayern Munich, but couldn't put the first three chances they saw in the opening 15 minutes of this game, begging chances that they couldn't just put into the back of the net. And what do we have? Real Madrid just got one clear-cut chance and put that into the back of the net. That is one of the reasons why they are the most successful team when it comes to the UEFA Champions League, because you have to make good use of these chances. You have to put it into the back of the net. You're going to the Allianz Arena. You look at Real Madrid playing without any fear against Bayern Munich at this same stadium. Look at the crowd. Look how massive they are. That is this kind of crowd that put fears in the face of an opponent. But Real Madrid has just, come to that place and got the first goal in this first half and put themselves at an advantage of going straight into the final. Because when they go back to the Santiago Bernabeu, they'll make it, a hell for Bayern Munich also. So let's see how the second half is going to be. Great game of football in the first half. They've given us some entertainment, all around tactical approach to this game. Two managers who has come into this game to give us, all-round football in the first half. It has really been an interesting 45 minutes of football.
Yeah, interesting 45 minutes of football. And let's quickly look at the stats of this encounter. For the ball possession, Bayern Munich 55% ball possession, while Real Madrid 45% ball possession. 8 goal attempt for Bayern Munich and just 2 for Real Madrid. Shot on goal, 2 for Bayern Munich, 1 for Real Madrid. Shot off goal, 5 for Bayern Munich and none for Real Madrid. Corner kick, 3 corner kick for Bayern Munich and 4 for Real Madrid. That's the statistics. And we see the possession does not actually reflect the scoreline.
Yeah, the scoreline doesn't reflect the possession,
Yeah.
and that is one reason why I'm not a big fan of football statistics. You can have 70-something% ball possession. What really matters is putting that ball into the back of the net. The goals is what counts, not the ball possession. If ball possession is what counts, I think Barcelona will be the most successful football club in the world. I'm sorry to say to all Barcelona fans, but now you look at the game. You just do what you have to put that. What really matters most is what you do, and that is what Real Madrid has been able to do in this encounter. Get the first goal, and it's looking like they might even be the one getting the second goal in the second half. Because Bayern Munich, if they're coming into the second half with this same mentality, they'll still find it hard to break that defense center back of Real Madrid. That is the duo of Nacho and Rudiger, who have really made it hell for for Harry Kane in the first half. And if they continue in the second half without having a support cast for Harry Kane, it's still going to be the same way in the second half, and Real Madrid will likely get the second goal.
All right. Only Rudiger can better Bellingham Champions League goal tally for Madrid, having scored 5 times in Europe this season, as the Brazilian continues to shine in attack alongside international and club colleagues Vinicius Junior. We've seen Bellingham is having 5 goals so far, 2 assists for Real Madrid, and no other players come close. But hey, today we've seen Vinicius has actually made his goals for in the Champions League today, and we've seen the impact he has actually brought to the field. So far, so good. So can we say so far he looks like the best player of Real Madrid?
Oh, he's not really the best player on the pitch. I don't think Vinicius is the best player on the pitch, right? In this first half, I think I'll go with maybe Toni Kroos in the midfield, the way he has marshaled the Real Madrid midfield, and he has made it hell for the Bayern Munich midfield to actually enjoy their pattern of play today. So I think my best player on this pitch right now has to just be Toni Kroos. All
right, let's look at the bench of the two sides. Let's see who the possible substitute will come in to make a difference here. For the bench of Bayern Munich, we have Choupo-Moting, Davies, Gnabry, Guerrero, Pavjovic, Paredes, Tel. Then we have Ulreich. That is goalkeeper. That is one of the goalkeeper for Bayern Munich, Upamecano, then Zaragoza. That is the bench for Bayern Munich. Do you see anybody coming in to make any impact for Bayern Munich?
Yeah, I think Manuel Ginobili, the former Arsenal player right there, I think he can do one or two. We saw his performance against Arsenal. Was one player that really troubled Arsenal. And there's still who is a youngster going up the ranks. Now they've conceded they need to get back. I think maybe they need one more attacker to support Harry Kane to actually reduce the workload on the maybe not so young man right there for Bayern Munich. And when you look at the way the game has been going, they've recognized Harry Kane as the most dangerous player for Bayern, and they've decided to push him out of the dangerous. You know, you can only be dangerous in your dangerous area. So when they push you out of that dangerous area, they will neutralize most of the things you can use to actually hurt them. So when you look at the Bayern Munich setup, I think Leroy Sané has just been the culprit, and I think Leroy Sané has been the enemy within. So I think Leroy Sané most likely should be leaving the field for Manu Ginobili, and I think Ginobili will be a bit clinical than Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané has really been terrible this season.
Okay, looking at the Bayern Munich bench, I think I'm seeing Serge Gnabry on the bench. He might have something to offer in the second half for Bayern Munich. It's a better offer than what's what's it called? Leroy Sané has offered in this first half, because he hasn't really taken those clear-cut chances to him. I think another man who really offers something big going forward for them is Alphonso Davies, who I think might actually do a better work than what Mazuri, who has really, though Mazuri has kept it strong defensively, but attacking-wise, I think Alphonso Davies has the ability of holding on to the ball and attacking for Bayern Munich.
And sorry, looking at this goal, I think Manuel Neuer should not be standing. He should have run into that ball. If he had run into that ball, Vinicius won't go fully into that.
I think looking at that pass, this is not the first time I'm seeing that. Was it called
Toni Kroos,
dropping this kind of pass for Vinicius. This is not even the second time he's dropping this kind of pass, and Vinicius taking advantage of it. Once Vinicius is clear on goal against a goalkeeper, I think is a clear goal.
Yeah, if you look at it, when Toni Kroos wanted to release that pass, Manuel Neuer was still standing.
You could have been taking maybe one of his defenders was going to cut that.
No, as the goalkeeper, he would have seen the lines. He would have seen the distance. He's still
very far from his goalpost. I don't really understand where he wanted to run.
It was like you staying there. You are giving Vinicius a jackpot to where he could put the ball.
No,
I think Manuel Neuer too should do better from there.
I won't really put any blame on Manuel Neuer there.
All right, let's look at the substitute of Real Madrid. On the bench, we're having an Arrizabalaga, goalkeeper, Kavinga, Ceballos, Courtois, also goalkeeper. Two good goalkeepers so far. Then we have Diaz, Garcia, Gula, Joselu, Militao, then Modric. That is for Real Madrid.
Fantastic bench for Real Madrid. You look at the talent on the bench. You look at Ada Gula, another fantastic young player at the age of 19. He's still growing up in that team, and he talked so much about Luka Modric and him learning from Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. That boy is a very highly talented kid. And you look also on the bench, you have Brahim Diaz. That's another player that is so skillful and technically gifted with the ball on his field. So on his feet, sorry. These are players that can also come into this game and change the face of the attack for Real Madrid. On the bench, you have quality players. You're looking at Luka Modric. You're looking at Camavinga on the bench. There's Eder Militao, and Thibaut Courtois is back in the team. So it's a strong finish for Real Madrid. They have the better bench of the two teams in this tie.
Yeah. What about you, Mike?
Yeah, it is evident that Real Madrid has a richer bench than Bayern. It's easy to point accusing fingers, but I think the guys running Bayern Munich and their philosophy of not going out and spending, I think is one of their own doing right now. I think they've overstretched that opportunity. Now they need to spend. because if they don't spend, how can they keep up? Because qualities, no club want to part way with their best quality without you paying through your nose. And that's where we find football right now. And I think they have to just make do with it. Because you could remember the summer, Thomas Tuchel was really asking for an offensive player that can also work defensively. He was looking at that Paulinho for Fulham right there. Bayern failed to give him that. They failed to give him some real. You can see the jab that even the Bayern chairman was throwing at him, that instead of him to try to improve a player, he'll be asking for a replacement, which Thomas Tuchel felt pained. It was because you making that kind of statement going into a semi-final. That was an irresponsible statement from a club chairman like Bayern Munich. And I think that he should come out and apologize, because he has insulted the coaching ability of Thomas Tuchel, who has won the Champions League and also taken another team to the Champions League final. And he has won the World Club Championship. We have seen that the guy is a massive coach. He has improved players, came into a Chelsea setup without getting an extra player, took them straight and won the Champions League without adding any player to that Chelsea squad. So if there's a coach that can improve a squad, Thomas Tuchel is one of them. So you cannot disorganize a team. A team that is not united will be united against itself, because they will actually hurt themselves more. Thomas Tuchel now, his mind is divided. His mind has left Bayern Munich. You want to compare with an Ancelotti that is, his mind is there. The only reason I think Bayern Munich is at this stage is because Arsenal was not themselves. Maybe I think the pressure, or maybe the fact that they were absent for a long time from the Champions League. It was just a little bit of slip up that made Arsenal lose that quarterfinal. If not for that, I think if this Bayern had faced maybe Man City, they would have been out of the Champions League, because there's no strength in them. Look at the Bayern starting 11. Lemar. Will Lemar start in an Arsenal? Let us go there. Goretzka. Will he start in a Man City? This is what we are saying. Will Eric Dier be the center back at a Real Madrid? When you look at this, Bayern is actually going down quality-wise. And let me tell you, if they get Ralf Rangnick next season, they will fail successfully. I'm not trying to be a prophet, but I can see the handwriting on the wall. You can see some group of Bayern fans beginning to push for that instead of getting a Ralf Rangnick, it's better to stay with the Thomas Tuchel. Because we saw the terrible thing he did at Manchester United. And you looking at his success as Austria, national team football is different from club football. So I think Bayern should rather sit back and do a reality check. Some of these guys are not the way they used to be. Thomas Muller is not the Thomas Muller we used to know. It's just that the workload on Harry Kane is too much. Harry Kane has scored 42 goals this season, and to no avail. So where are the support cast? Leroy Sané, if he had buried 2 of those 3 chances he had, it would be 2-1. Nobody is saying anything about it. Will Thomas Tuchel go into the field and take that chance for Leroy Sané? So I think Bayern board needs to, because they have that ego, and they really need to sit down and think about it. Will they stick with their ego or plan ahead to start winning trophies? Madrid that is putting out 100 million, Bellingham paid 100 and something million for Hazard that failed and still went in, and they're throwing those millions out. They are not fools. They know that in football right now, you need to spend for you to keep up. You want to keep up, you don't want to spend. I think with the way it stands, most likely Bayern Leverkusen, because they are now trying to keep those guys together, and they will still bluster that squad, and there's still Xabi and Alonso on that bench. So I think maybe Bayern won't still win the Bundesliga next season.
All right. Can you hear that from your mics? Then the missing players in this encounter. Boye is there. Is not in the squad because of muscle injury. Butchman is having muscle injury too. Koeman is having muscle injury. Then Morisic is having knee injury. Then Sarr is having knee injury. Then Delight also having a knee injury. So which of these players do you think you miss with some of these players.
I don't really think the players have any injury for that's Bayern Munich, right?
Yes, Bayern
I'm
Munich,
not really probably the only player I'll look on that bench and say that on that injury list and say that he might just be missed is Koeman and probably on the light because we saw the lead against against Arsenal in the quarterfinal. He started on in both games and gave a good account of himself for Bayern Munich. He's one of the reasons why that defense was so strong against Arsenal. So probably Kingsley Coman will have been a player I would have looked at. He should come into the second half for Bayern Munich. And the start of the second half, we've seen Bayern Munich, made an early substitution already. So let's see what the player they are bringing in the second half is going to do. We'll be getting the player's name, but the players are up on the pitch for the second half already. So we have another big 45 minutes to come in the second half, and I expect Bayern Munich to actually, put the ball into the back of the net. So great chances against Real Madrid, that is certain. But putting it into the back of the net is what is not really certain about them.
All right, that's one thing that's not certain. But hey, let's wait to the end of the 45 minutes. And for Real Madrid, just two players that's missing, and one is Alaba, David Alaba. Then Carvajal, two who's having yellow cards, and he's been suspended in the second half. How much are they going to miss these players?
Well, I don't really think they'll be missing David Alaba that much because I'm looking at the starting 11, looking at the two centre backs for them, Anthony Rudiger and Nacho Fernandez have really been the players starting much games for Real Madrid this season. It hasn't really been those players on the back. So probably Mendy starting again on the left back position too. So I don't really think Alaba's really played that much for Real Madrid this season to say that he's really missed or they'll really be missing him in the second time. Looking at Carvajal, this is another player who has only been a squad rotational player for Real Madrid also. He hasn't really been a player starting for Real Madrid. So I don't think these two are really big miss for Real Madrid in the second half.
All right, the second half has started. And remember, this is Premier Sport Fan Center live watch along. You can be part of this show. You can send in your prediction. You can also call in, and also you can also drop your comment in our comment section. And please don't forget to like and to subscribe to Premier Sport Fan Center.
So Bayern starting to press right there in this second half, and Joshua Kimmich finds Lemar in the middle. Back to Kimmich right there, the German international that is playing the right back today for Bayern Munich right there. Leroy Sané trying to attack with the ball. No substitution yet in this second half, and Madrid are back in possession right there. Toni Kroos, swift one touch to Vasquez, who finds Valverde straight to Toni Kroos, who finds Tchouaméni, and Nacho back to Tchouaméni, Toni Kroos, straight to Anthony Rudiger, also the German international. Right, a lot of German international on the field today, plying their trade for both Real Madrid and Bayern Munich right there. So Tchouaméni trying to push forward right there with the ball. Finds Rodrigo trying to attack down the left. And Rodrigo returns it to Toni Kroos. And it's Real Madrid still in possession of the ball. Tchouaméni sends a long one to Lucas Vasquez, who controls that one easily. It hands this back to Rudiger. Rudiger with the ball right now finds Lunin. And it's Madrid trying to take charge of the game. And Goretzka has been withdrawn for Guerrero. Rafael Guerrero at halftime right there. And it looks more like Bayern Munich wants to attack rather than defend more in the second half.
Yeah, we prefer one who is down. Definitely they need to attack more. We saw them in the first 15 minutes of the game. They came with all the firepower, but at the point Real Madrid took over, but gradually Real Madrid got the first goal, and they were still like they were sleeping, but hey, they need to wake up. They're in their own home. This is the opportunity for them to get a victory at least. But the possibility for them to go to Real Madrid and get a victory, how certain is it?
I don't think there's anything certain about football. The word certain doesn't come in football because the only game you can say that the full-time results are spoken is what is certain. But apart from that, nothing is certain in football.
Yeah.
So Um, Bayern back in possession right there. That long ball forward. And possession now in contention. Madrid with possession in a dangerous area. Jude Bellingham at the edge of the box finds Vinicius. Returns it back to Jude Bellingham. Rodrigo right there set for the run of Vinicius, but was easily intercepted by that Bayern player right there.
And the back pass to the goalkeeper of Real Madrid, and Real Madrid building all from the back line and back to the goalkeeper, and they have the opportunity to waste all the time. 1-0 in the alliance.
What's the time from 58 minutes? We still have about 40 minutes to go. So I don't think there's any point wasting the time. They're trying to build from the back to attack against Bayern Munich. And if you look at that first goal they really scored, in the first goal they scored in the first half, it was them also building from the back. So it's what they can actually do to build the second goal. Madrid is not a team that actually rush an opponent. They take their time to build against opponents. So I think that's what they're still trying to do against Bayern Munich. And you can see how deep Harry Kane is coming, even outside of the opponent's half, to try and source for ball for Bayern Munich. I think the first substitution to be made by Thomas Tuchel shouldn't have been Guerrero coming into this encounter. I don't really know. I think Serge Gnabry will have offered something more better than what Leroy Sané is still offering in this game. Questionable chances missed by him in the second half, and it's one of the reasons why they are the losing front in this encounter.
Yeah, one of the reasons why they are currently trailing at home. We go to Neo to Real Madrid. They call them the Galactico, and you can see Thomas Tuchel shouting his head off at the touchline. And hey, Bayern Munich trying to attack right there. Leroy Sané looks like a player that has lost it right there in this encounter. So Vinicius Jr. is attacking with the ball, trying to maximize the time and space. Finds Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham with the ball finds Toni Kroos to shoot. And Toni Kroos shoots, but Manuel Neuer says no. Actually, had to go up for a full stretch to actually push that other one and keep it 1-0 at the Allianz Arena.
Yeah, 1-0 at the Allianz Arena. Talking about Real Madrid form, Real Madrid has very good form in all competition. 18 matches unbeaten. And in the Champions League, they've played 10 games in the Champions League. They won 7, drew 3. That's 10 games unbeaten in the Champions League so far apart here in this season. And so it's a very good record for them. And like you analyzed in the first half, but do you see them taking the Champions League for the 15th time again?
Yes, they're looking like the likeliest team to win the Champions League this season. 15th time, which will really be another record setting win for them. So looking at it, I think they have the squad depth, they have the team, they have the experience. So it's looking like they are standing the better chance of all the remaining 4 teams in this Champions League to win it. But you don't want to take anything away from the likes of PSG and Pt.1. Those are teams that can actually be a spoiler against them. We've also seen Borussia Dortmund in the Champions League, and you look at that PSG team coming into the final. There's a player in Kylian Mbappe who really wants to win this Champions League with PSG before leaving that club to Real Madrid, possibly to Real Madrid next season. So it's really going to be a good icing on the cake for him before he leaves PSG. So I think it might just be a great big final between them, because look at the chances Bayern Munich are missing in this game. Should this chances present itself to Kylian Mbappe in a game against PSG, I think it might just be a goal for PSG in that encounter. So you can create chances against Real Madrid. That is the beauty.
That is
the goal! And finally, Leroy Sané putting it in the back of the net. After losing about 3 good chances in the first half. But what a way for him to clean his name or cleanse his name, putting that into the back of the net, and there was nothing Lunin could have done there. That ball was actually faster than the Real Madrid goalkeeper.
That ball was actually faster.
Yeah.
But looking at the way he moved, it's a one-man move into the team box and got that goal.
You can see the way Leroy Sané attacked the space right there, cut into the box and drive that shot to the weaker side of the goalkeeper, and that was a bullet shot, and that was a well-taken chance. And this is the Sané that Bayern needs today. They really need to win at home, Because going to the Santiago Bernabeu, we know that anything can happen right there. And you know Real Madrid, they know how to make their home their home. If there's a team that knows how to maximize that, it has to be Real Madrid. And Thomas Tuchel will be happy. We saw him giving some instructions to Eric Dier, the central back, right there for Real Madrid. And we all know that there's no away goal rule in European football anymore. So it's just matters now at equilibrium for Bayern Munich and Real Madrid as of the 55th minute of that encounter. So Real Madrid now we still want to go out and try to attack and maybe get a goal. And that's a cross right there. But Leroy Sané, the goal scorer, intercepted that. And that's a pass, almost a loose ball. But hey, that was a good movement from Eric Dier right there. And you see Bayern trying to build up from defense to attack. And hey, it seems Eric Dier's low move has been a whole lot of blessing for Bayern Munich this time. So Minjai right there finds Lemar in the center of the midfield. Now playing one pivot man in the defensive area. And it looks like Bayern Munich wants to attack. But in the process of attacking, they should be careful because the best form of attack is also defending right there. So that's a swift touch from Harry Kane right there, who finds his teammate at the edge of the box, in the box, and right into the box. But the referee says it's
a penalty.
A penalty for Bayern Munich. Musiala committed that Real Madrid player.
What a comeback for Bayern Munich in the second half.
You got
Look at the German faithful.
You can't script this. Real Madrid considering almost.
I think VR will check that.
VR will be checking that. Let's see if that was actually a penalty. Look at that leg going. There was a contact there.
I think there was a contact at first.
Let's see.
Oh yeah, there was a contact.
It's a penalty.
Yeah,
And
there
that
was a
was
contact.
crazy-
Lucas
that
Vasquez.
That was a crazy hit from Lucas Vasquez.
Yeah,
But I
that's
won't be blaming
unnecessary.
unnecessary hit from him. But I wouldn't be blaming him because he's not really a defender and he's playing as a right back. For
And
Real Madrid
see
tonight.
Rudiger giving Lunin another
But
instruction.
this time around, it's not Harry Kane that is taking it.
I think it's Harry Kane. You can't
You
predict.
can't really predict.
That's
Harry
one
Kane,
thing
so
you have
I
to talk
really
about
expect,
Harry
the England,
Kane.
captain, scoring from this position. But good one for Bayern Munich. They have the chance of going to 1-up. They have been the better side in this encounter, and they shouldn't really be on the back foot in this game. And they have an opportunity of going to the front of this encounter for the first time in this encounter. Really good one for them if they should put this into the back of the net. It's going to be playing, having possession, and being on the top of your game.
Yeah, there's one thing we know about Thomas Tuchel: being efficient when you need to be. And Harry Kane takes this one and sends the goalkeeper the wrong way. And Bayern 2, Real Madrid 1 at this point in time. Wow, Lightning has struck 3 times at the Allianz Arena already. Bayern Munich now leading 2-1. They were 1-0 down at halftime. You can see the movie that has been acted at the Allianz Arena right now. Even the Bayern Munich hierarchy are actually impressed with, that it shows now that Thomas Tuchel is not just an ordinary coach. He's a fantastic coach because when he was still at Chelsea, you heard Guardiola talk about one of the few coaches he likes to watch and learn from. Mr.
Nobody's saying he's a bad coach. I'm very sure even the Bayern Munich boards are not saying he's a bad coach. It's really about philosophy. There are sometimes that the coach doesn't just match on the philosophy of the club. We've seen it with Barcelona when they had I think Valverde as the manager. There was an Argentine that coached out.
The current coach of Atletico Bilbao.
When he coached at Barcelona, he didn't really fit into the philosophy of the club. When Villas-Boas coached at Chelsea, it's not that he was a bad coach, but he didn't really fit into the philosophy of Chelsea. Even Mauricio Sarri, when he coached at Chelsea, that is just about it. It's the philosophy of the club that comes first.
But I still think, talking about that philosophy, if they had gotten him the kind of players he wanted,
How many players are they going to change? You look at the players who went for into the in the transfer windows. Those
First
are not,
was
I'm
Harry Kane.
coming. These are not really the players that will really give Bayern Munich the kind of pattern they really want to play. That is one thing that really matters to these clubs. That is one of the reasons why they really sacked up some managers. It's not the first time we're seeing it in Bayern Munich. It's not the first time they're sacking managers for things like this. So they'll get better. It's just misplaced priorities.
But you know what?
You look at it at Chelsea also. Why was Tuchel sacked? It's because he wasn't really fitting into the philosophy of the new owners. That is it. So we don't have to just
you know that some new owners, they really mostly want to come in and get their guys. Even when Abramovich got Chelsea, he changed the coach.
No.
I think
the owners really talked about it, that they wanted Tuchel to stay at Chelsea, but he wasn't ready to work with them with the way they wanted him to work. They wanted him to be in, to also have a say on the transfer or have a say on the on the scouting of the players, but he wanted to just focus on his coaching job. That was it. So it's not like they really changed him because they came in new.
yeah, it's game on at that encounter, the Allianz Arena. Bayern Munich currently leading 2-1 right there, and Real Madrid now trailing 2-1. And if there's a team that knows how to come back, it has to be Bayern Munich. And it's now Bayern Munich trying to attack Harry Kane in the box, and that was a tackle on Harry Kane, and the referee says that was a clean tackle from Anthony Rudiger.
I think Harry Kane was a bit slow there after getting
the
possession.
first touch let him out right there.
Because that was a good pass to him there, and I expect a player of his caliber, should be doing better from that position.
So Real Madrid with the possession right now, trying to find time and space to hurt. Real Madrid in possession, trying to find time and space to hurt Bayern Munich, and Toni Kroos right there finds Tchouaméni trying to move the game, push the ball forward, trying to attack the space right there. Valverde finds Jude Bellingham, who has been really quiet going forward in this encounter so far. But Bayern back in possession. Eric Dier finds Manuel Neuer, who sends that one straight to Joshua Kimmich, the German international right there, who returns it to Min Jae, who returns it back to the goalkeeper Manuel Neuer. The fine wine aging graciously, who finds Lemar trying to attack with the ball. Send it straight to the Moroccan international down the left, who sends it to Eridia, who sends a long one for Jamal Musiala to chase. But there was too much, for Guerrero to chase. But there was too much weight on that pass, and it's going to be a goal kick to Real Madrid.
A goal kick to Real Madrid. And you can see the reactions of the fans there. They are so happy, rejoicing. And we're having a message here, but hey, that is in a foreign language,
Yeah,
it's a foreign language. So the only thing I can see there is boss. All right, wherever you're watching us from, you can also tell us your location and also send in your comments and your prediction. And don't forget to subscribe, and also remember, just like our show to encourage us. Yeah,
so it's game on in that encounter, and now Rodrigo into space. His shot was blocked by Eric Dier right there, and it's going to be a throw-in to Real Madrid. At this point in time, you can see Ancelotti really worried.
Yeah, he has to be worried, because you look at it right from the first we've seen 62 minutes of action already. That means we've seen over 1 hour of football in this game. Bad that goal scored by Real Madrid. I don't really think they've been the better side, or they've come into this game to show that they really want to take this game against Bayern Munich. And that is one thing that has to be the reason why he's worried, because they've not really grown into this game against Bayern Munich as much as you'd expect. Look at Bayern Munich enjoying the better share of possession, enjoying the better move of attack against this Real Madrid team. So he has to be so much worried. And the scoreline right now is Bayern leading 2-1. You won't want to go further behind against this Bayern Munich team in this first leg.
Yeah, and I think Bayern should be careful on how many minutes Jamal Musiala plays, because it doesn't look so good so far in this encounter with that strap on his leg.
The goal was scored. The 2 goals were scored in the space of 3 minutes. Do we see like the Real Madrid lost their grip on the match
They never had
any
any
grip
grip
on this
on
match. It
this
has
one.
really been Bayern Munich, having the ball possession, enjoying the better, dictating the flow of the game. So I don't think Real Madrid ever lost any or ever had any grip of this match. It has been Bayern Munich with a better opportunity in this game. And yeah, that looks like a selfish play there. Oh, Vinicius.
Vinicius still find a way to set that pass.
That should be a free kick.
And the referee says play on, that's not a free kick. And Harry Kane. And one thing you just have to admire about Harry Kane, the way he joins the defense and still pace up forward to go and finish the attack. That's massive. I think Suarez, Samuel Eto'o are those kind of strikers we've seen done these kinds of things a lot of times in the world of football. And so much more Ronaldo, and we can mention them a whole lot of times. Look at that pass.
That was Tony Cruz again. Almost the same pass that we saw in the first half that led to Real Madrid's goal. But I think this time around, Vinicius was a bit selfish there. There was Valverde who was almost, clearing himself up, making himself available for a pass there. We've seen Real Madrid made a substitution in this game, and it's Eduardo Camavinga who has replaced Nacho in the second half. So I think probably the manager is interested in going with a back three right now, because I don't really understand bringing in Camavinga for Nacho in the second half.
I think he wants to populate the midfield.
So that means you're having just the only centre back left on the pitch has to be Rudiger.
And Tony Cruz will play close to him. You can see Camavinga dishing instruction to Tony Cruz from the coach. So let's see, whatever we read from the field of play, then we actually get the opportunity to interpret. So Jamal Musiala is another animal that came in this second half that has been troubling Real Madrid from that left-hand side of the attack. He has been a really, really tough player to tame for the Real Madrid.
I think we didn't really see much of him in the first half. But came into the second half and grew into the game for Bayern Munich, and has been one of the driving force for them. And one of them that penalty that led to the second goal for Bayern Munich in the second half to put them at advantage in this game. And he has really grown into the second half for a young player who is just 20 years old. Lot of experience on his head right now, and it's just one player for the future.
Yeah, one player for the present and also the future right there. So 66 minutes of that action at the Allianz Arena. That's a swift 1-2 from Guerrero, running into the box, a cross. Harry Kane shoots. Oh my God. Went off target, but I think that was deflected off target.
That was a deflection of that. There was a block on that. Well, good movement.
Look at Harry Kane.
And he got the right hit on that.
Yeah, that's a striker finish.
Look at that. A fast hit on that, and it took a Rudiger deflection
but
there.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't think there's any striker in the world of football that is close to Harry Kane right now. Because with the way he reads the game, not even Haaland is close. Yes, if you put Harry Kane in that Man City setup, he will score more than Haaland, as far as I'm concerned. So, corner kick to Bayern Munich. Kimmich takes it. And then down, straight to Lunin. And
that was all straight header into the hands of the Ukrainian international there. Good header there, good bullet header there from the Bayern Munich player Eric Dier there. But he couldn't just direct that very well, because I think he should be doing better there. That was almost a free header or a free
Not
hit.
Almost. That was a free header.
And he ran into it, but that was a good bullet hit. He should have just directed it to a better position of the goalpost. And that was advantage Bayern Munich, but they couldn't put that into the back of the net.
And that would have been driving the game far away from Real Madrid's reach.
But they still need more goals. If you want to take Real Madrid apart, you need to score more goals.
You need to
against
score
this
a
Real
lot
Madrid
of
team.
goals. So Jude Bellingham finds Ferland Mendy down the left, and you can see that Real Madrid are trying to regroup as calm as possible, and that's how they do. Before you know it, you don't know what will hit you. And that's what they have been doing since the beginning of the season. Vinicius trying to attack with the ball, and Lemar trying to keep Bellingham quiet. And look at it right there. And the referee says it's an infringement on that tackle against, on that tackle on Lemar right there. That was a stamp by Camavinga. And I think that should be a yellow card. Look at that cross from Kimmich. And that straight header just went straight to Lunin. My God. You can see Tuchel pained for them not converting that chance. So it's game on in that encounter. Bayern Munich back in possession. Min Jae right there forming a swift partnership with Eric Dier right there. And Eric Dier finds Lemar in that pivot role, holding it down successfully so far. And it's currently, we are approaching closely the 70th minute of this encounter. In about a minute plus or so, we'll be at the 70th minute of this encounter. Defining moments of this game approaching. We'll turn that strike the fourth time in this match by getting the fourth goal. Who will it be? And we don't know right there. And only time will tell if there will still be another goal in this encounter. For the bookies right there, some of them would have been smiling to the bank already because they've produced not just 1, 2, but 3 goals in this semi-final. Jamal Musiala running down the left and a cross into the box, but was deflected off for a corner kick to Bayern Munich at this point in time. The young German international of Nigerian and English descent right there, really showing class at the Allianz Arena.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one, beautiful drive into the where it was blocked, and we've seen he has been putting a lot of pressures on the Real Madrid side, and we just I just wish that luck shine on him to get a goal here, because sometimes luck have to come to play too. But he has been outstanding. Looking at the table, the top scorer so far, we've seen that Harry Kane right now equal Mbappe 8 goals. But which of these 2 players do you think is going to be the highest goal
And
scorer?
that corner kick from Kimmich. Oh, that was saved by Lunin right there. And that will be another corner kick to Bayern Munich. Look at that strong right hand.
That's what almost be a goal for Bayern Munich there. That was almost a clear header for that Bayern Munich player. And you can see the hunger on the face of Bayern Munich. They know the importance of getting that third goal and putting this game at a big advantage, of far off from the Real Madrid's reach in this encounter. Because they're not going to the Santiago Bernabeu. It's really going to be hard. But I think it's going to be advantage on Bayern Munich should they get a third goal in this encounter.
Yeah, really big advantage right there. Joshua Kimmich, who has been responsible for most of the dead ball situation, plays this one into the box. Headed straight down. And oh my God, Bayern still couldn't pounce on that again. And losing so many chances in this encounter. Look at that header. And they still Bayern in possession of the ball. Musiala tries to link up with Lemar right there. But hey, he couldn't get the desired touch on that ball and went straight to Lunin right there. So it's still Bayern leading 2-1, 72nd minute of that encounter. The Allianz Arena. Wow, with lightning strike again. Only time will tell. We're enjoying this beautiful piece right there at the Allianz Arena. And you can join us tomorrow night for the second semi-final in the UEFA Champions League 2023-2024 season. It's going to go down between Dortmund and PSG. And who will come out tops? Only time will tell right there. Will Real Madrid come back into this game? Still the world, only time will tell. Time has a way of answering so many questions right there. So is Real Madrid trying to beef up, trying to attack with the ball. And there's Tchouaméni running into space. But hey, being closed down by that Bayern Munich player. And you can see that Bayern Munich playing 10 men behind the ball. And Real Madrid trying to spread the ball around the field, trying to take advantage of the space right there. And that's Lucas Vazquez passed the ball into the box. And that's Valverde looking for a chance to shoot. He shoots, deflected off, cleared by Eric Dier. And Bayern will want to pounce on that mistake. But hey, it is Tchouaméni that raced back and actually made sure that the danger was cleared off right there. Kamavinga back with the ball, and it's Kamavinga trying to look for time and space. Finds Vinicius. Vinicius sends it straight to Mendy. Mendy trying to attack down the left. Finds Vinicius Junior. Vinicius trying to find time and space. Plays it into the middle, but wins a free kick at this point in time to Bayern Munich. Free kick in a dangerous area conceded by Joshua Kimmich. Will this be an equalizer for Real Madrid? Vinicius Junior knows how to make this teasing move to make opponents commit him right there.
Yeah. 74th minute into the second half. Let's quickly look at the statistics of this encounter as it changes. Right now, it is 54% ball possession for Bayern Munich and 46 for Real Madrid.
So Toni Kroos stands next to that free kick. Is a defining moment for Bayern and also Real Madrid. Can they maximize this opportunity, Real Madrid, this chance right there? And the well-experienced player, Toni Kroos, standing on this one. Will you cruise this one into the back of the net? And he plays it into the box, but headed out by that Bayern Munich player right there. Still Bayern in possession. Leroy Sané with the ball, who finds his teammate, but intercepted successfully by Tchouaméni. And Bayern Munich just conceded another free kick to Toni Kroos, who will take this one and hope that something better will happen from there right there. So Harry Kane had to foul Toni Kroos. He had to take that for the team right there.
He had to take that, and the substitution coming in, we can see Modric warming up.
And Brahim Diaz, who has just switched his allegiance to Morocco, in the international duties right there. So Modric is now back on the field, who has not been given the captain's armband. Bellingham and Toni Kroos are out of this encounter. Look at that frustration. And immediately, Modric went straight to take that set piece, cross into the box, headed out by that Bayern player. Leroy Sané tried to pace up, but that was a tackle on his left leg by Luka Modric right there. And the referee says it's going to be a free kick to Bayern Munich.
Yeah, free kick to Bayern Munich, and the goal attempt, as I was reading the statistics before. Goal attempt for Bayern Munich 13, and for Real Madrid 6. Then shot on goal 5 for Bayern Munich and 2 for Real Madrid. Corner kick so far 6 for Bayern Munich and 4 for Real Madrid.
Yeah, it's game on in that encounter. Bayern still leading 2-1 at the 77th minute of this encounter. This fixture is still very much open in this encounter. Any one of these two teams can still coast home and qualify for the final of the UEFA Champions League. So Manuel Neuer with the ball right there and plays that long ball forward for Leroy Sané. But it was intercepted by Anthony Rudiger straight to Modric. Modric finds Tchouaméni right there in the middle. Tchouaméni finds Lucas Vazquez. Vazquez returns it back to Tchouaméni. And it's Madrid trying to find time and space, but Bayern Munich are actually trying to close down everything by Real Madrid has thrown at them going forward the second half.
Yeah, so that's the right thing they have to do. You know, they're trying to defend right now and try to eat Real Madrid on the counter. They're trying to open those space and see if Real Madrid can come all out against them so they can find advantage and eat them on the counter. But that counter position, that counter opportunity is what Real Madrid has not been able to give to Bayern Munich on the platter of gold in this encounter. And you can see the reshaping in the Real Madrid midfield. And looking at the players they brought into this encounter, I think we have Brahim Diaz on the pitch right now. That's a player who is also fantastic with the ball at his feet. He's a little magician of the Real Madrid team, and I think that's a player the Bayern Munich defenders have to put an eye on in this account for the remaining 30 minutes of this game. They have 30 minutes to play with all their life against Real Madrid in this encounter. But I still fancy them getting that third goal in this game.
Yeah, they can get the third goal right there, and they really need to be wary of Brahim Diaz. because they can ask Leipzig. They know that they can actually explain further, because it was that strike that actually ensured Real Madrid progress into the quarter final right there. So Anthony Rudiger with the ball right now. Is now Madrid trying to look for space to exploit the Bayern setup right there. Camavinga with the ball finds Luka Modric, the Croatian magician, who looks set to stay at Real Madrid for another season.
It's looking wow.
Oh,
Look at
what
that
a
long
pass.
pass forward for Vinicius Jr.
Oh!
But Manuel Neuer was there. This time, actually saved that one.
You look at these two old men playing for Real Madrid, Toni Kroos and Luka Modric. Those passes are
Look
a
at that
problem
pass.
for them. Look at that pass. Look at how he got to where he wanted it. But I think that was actually a good shot from Vinicius Jr. He was looking outward to see if there was anybody, any Real Madrid player he could pass to that to. But since there was nobody, he decided to go
And
on
Modric
himself.
takes that corner kick, but headed out by Bayern Munich player right there. And there is still a good chance.
Offside.
Oh, that's an offside against Real Madrid. So it's going to be a free kick to Bayern Munich at the 80th minute of this encounter.
Yeah, free kick to Bayern Munich at the 80th minute of this encounter. And it's looking good. There's a battle, an end-to-end battle between these two sides. But talking about, I was talking about